point I made in the tweet you referenced this morning was that in as much as nobody's secure, the people who are also trying to go after people, the people who want to kill somebody, those people too, they should ask themselves, are they also secure? Because nobody has a monopoly of craziness. Nobody has a monopoly of violence. Nobody has a monopoly on anything. It's a double-edged sword. So the person who lives by the gun will also die by the gun, right? So, and it's important for them to know this. Now, regarding that tweet, yes, I guess all the information you need is already in the tweet. The person who is behind the plot, the FCT minister, Wike, who I don't know whether he sees this as his ticket into the big time, his ticket into the inner caucus of the Tinubu administration, which he clearly is not in.
President Bola Ahmed Tinubu certificate forgery and identity theft, as is well known by many Nigerians, was reviewed by an investigative journalist, David Hyundai, and it seems that his life is under threat. Is Wike involved? Is MC Oluomo involved? And then some other people whom he called in an interview that he made exclusively some days back. Now, is this now something that Nigerians need to be worried about, talking about freedom of speech in Nigeria? Welcome to Elite TV. Now, please, if you're not subscribed to the channel, hit the subscription button as well as the notification bell to get much more of our videos. Now, Dele Momood, a PDP chieftain, wrote on his Twitter page today. He talks about how those surrounding His Excellency, the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, are people that have no kind of, integrity. And according to him, he said he wanted to build his life and his businesses, and that was the reason why he cut himself from, the president 24 years ago. Talking about freedom of speech, he said, time has come for Nigerians to know that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is a dictator, and Nigeria should expect that from him soon. And his ability to silence the media is something that is well known already. That was according to him. I'm paraphrasing and trying to summarize what he said. So now, looking at what David Hyundai said in his interview, well, he said that Wike is involved and MC Oluomo is involved, among other people, trying to take his life down, crying out for help and all of that. This is something that we don't need to do in Nigeria. But however, let me not speak too much. Here is David Hyundai talking about how they are threatening to kill him because of exposure that he has made before Nigeria about President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and other, corrupt practices in Nigeria.
Am I secure? Well, I guess we're having this conversation, so I'm secure enough. But all security is relative. Obviously, there is no such thing. Even the head of state is not completely secure, right? Nobody's completely secure. It is what it is. But the point I made in the tweet you referenced this morning was that in as much as nobody's secure, the people who are also trying to go after people, the people who want to kill somebody, those people too, they should ask themselves, are they also secure? Because nobody has a monopoly of craziness. Nobody has a monopoly of violence. Nobody has a monopoly on anything. It's a double-edged sword. So the person who lives by the gun will also die by the gun, right? So, and it's important for them to know this. Now, regarding that tweet, yes, I guess all the information you need is already in the tweet. The person who is behind the plot, the FCT minister, Wike, who I don't know whether he sees this as his ticket into the big time, his ticket into the inner caucus of the Tinubu administration, which he clearly is not in. Maybe that's his thing. I don't know. The thug stroke enforcer stroke career thug who has been tasked with actually providing the muscle to carry out the operation, Musiliu Akinsanya, aka MC Oluomo. And then the person who has always been closely aligned with that guy, whose cover profession, let's put it that way, is a musician who travels and tours around the world, has been tasked with providing the cover for the thugs who are apparently going to be mobilized to carry out this mission. So the idea is, if you get information that this guy is in whatever place, so and so place, you can say you are going to have a concert there or a show there, whatever. I mean, you come along with an entourage that includes these people. They execute a strike on this guy, and then that's how they fix their problem. They think that's what's going to fix their problem. They think that eliminating David Hyundai is going to fix the issues that Tinubu is facing. And the point I was making was that, first of all, for the sake of argument, if he could eliminate me, it doesn't fix any issues at all, because those processes and institutions are completely independent of me. I might have started off these legal issues, these legal problems that he has now. That might have been my work. I might have started off the legal process. I might have funded the legal case. However, it has already reached its conclusion. So if you eliminate me now, for the sake of argument, if you could do that, those documents are still going to come out. Even if I say right now that the documents shouldn't come out, it's not going to stop them from coming out. I don't even have that power, first of all. So it doesn't solve that problem, right? The platform I run, West Africa Weekly, it might have started off as the daily newsletter. It's not that anymore. It's expanded beyond that. I'm not even the majority owner of the company anymore, right? I own less than 40% of the company now. So it's an integrated media platform now. It has its own, so the launch is, I think it should be by the end of next week, the official launch. It has writers, it has long form people, it has visual people, it has producers, it has backend, so it's going to run whether David Hyundai is around or not. It's not going to stop. So eliminating me does not fix it doesn't solve any of your problems, first of all. And secondly, this idea that there is only one group of people that are allowed to go around threatening other people's lives, that somehow you have some divine rights to go around killing people, to go around threatening to take people's lives, and somehow that is fine, nobody's going to do anything about it. Well, you should also know that if you are going to go around threatening people's lives and getting people killed, you also bleed. You also sleep on a pillow, right? You're also a man with red blood. You can die too, right? And I know they're going to be watching this, so I'm just going to ask them one question, right? This information, which you thought was some kind of top secret, highly classified, it's only your tiny little group are supposed to know about it. How did I hear about it? How did I get to know the intricate details of what the planning is? So think about that. So if you think you have some kind of divine right to go around threatening people's lives and you think your own life will be safe, think again.
That is David over there. You could remember that, this guy has been on Twitter trying to bring out most kind of corrupt practices happening in Nigeria, unveiling things and warning African leaders on how to go about things. I don't think it is necessary for someone to go after another person's life just because, he exposed your past. It is one thing to commit a sin 10 years ago. It's another thing for you to repent of your sin and make amends. If you own up of those things that are being said of you, the people will rejoice and accept you if you actually change. And that was a message that His Excellency Mr. Peter Obi once said in his press conference, where he asked the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to reintroduce himself. What do you think about this whole threat to David Hyundai and the freedom of speech in Nigeria? Leave your comments and please try to be civil. Remember, politicians don't really care about you, they only care about themselves. Thank you for watching.